Welcome to another episode of Dad Can We Talk? I am your host, Anthony Ray, and this is episode 144 of Dad Can We Talk? First off, I need y'all to go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Dad Can We Talk? Type in Dad Can We Talk? I promise it'll come up. You will see the logo. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel. That's all I need from y'all. That's the only help I need. I want to give a couple shout outs. I want to give a shout out first to Gainesville Podcast Studio. That's where we are posted up at today. If you need any help when it comes to podcasting, you might need just recording. You might need help with your concept, just trying to come up with your idea. Come over here and see my guy, Nemo. I call him Nemo the Great. Just come see my guy, Nemo, at Gainesville Podcast Studio. I promise they will help you get whatever you need done right here in the heart of Gainesville off of 6th Street. Shout out to Support Black G&V. Shout out to my guy Malcolm and Ashley Askew. Man, they are doing some great things here in the city. I need for y'all to go and support them on Facebook and IG at Support Black GMV, and that black is BLK GMV. Support Black GMV. Go and follow, like their stuff. They got a lot of different events going on, but this coming Sunday, right now, it's June 19th, so that'll be June 22nd. This coming Sunday, they are doing their second annual cookout event. So y'all go to their page. I think it starts at 12 p.m. that day. I don't know the location. I forgot the location. But it's here in Gainesville, Florida. Go and check their stuff out, man. Last year, it was a great event. A lot of people came out. There'll be some free food, some free drinks. There'll also be some other vendors there, a few food trucks. We'll have some games. We're trying to do a kickball game out there. So y'all come out, pull up, man, and come support. Last shout out, my guy Mike Peter Barber. Go and holla at my guy. If you need a fresh cut, I promise, on everything, he gonna get you right now. I always say, of course, I can't really use it. I cut my own hair. Y'all see what I'm doing up here, man. Y'all see what it's looking like. I got the fresh body this morning. But my guy Mike P, he can give you a fresh body. He can get the fresh fade. He can do all the designs. He do all that, even for the women, he got a lot of stuff going on over at Winter Circle Cuts. Well, actually, now it's just Mike Peter Barber. So if you're looking for him, go on Google and type in Mike Peter Barber, and he will come up. He's now in West Gainesville. He is no longer in East Gainesville. So go find his new location and go support my brother. So without further ado, man, I'm here today with one of my guys, man. We go way back. We go way back. If anybody know anything about Sorrento, we was hooping out there. Sorrento Hoops was on fire in the late 2000s, I ain't even gonna say, I say mid, like 2005, 2006, 2007, man, we were out there getting it in on that. I think the court was blue back then or green.
Might have been green.
It was green, the green outside court, man. If y'all know anything about the Sorrento Hoops,
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday, we getting it in. But I just want to name just a few of his accolades, just a few. And we'll be too long trying to name all this stuff, man. 3-time Gainesville Sun Player of the Year. 2009 Florida 5A champion. First team class 5A All-State player in 2008 and 2009. And he was the winner of the 5A Player of the Year award. He finished second in the 2009 Florida Dairy Farmers Mr. Basketball. But I want to name this last one. Most importantly, he finished high school with a 3.93 GPA. who's a member of the National Honor Society and was named the Scholar Athlete of the Year for North Central Florida. For all my young boys and young girls out there that's hooping, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't get that school piece, you might not be going anywhere. That's just the honest truth. So he had it all, man. He had the game on the court, and off the court, he was also doing what he was doing. So, man, I want y'all to welcome to the DAG Can We Talk community, my man Greg Gantt, my dog.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on?
And I appreciate you having me, dog. Appreciate it, man.
For sure, man. For sure. Like I was telling you earlier, you know, I wanted to invite you on the show because I think that you are a great role model for young kids coming up. You know, I have a son, I have 2 daughters, and I would love if they were to take the path that you took. You know, and that's not to say that you were perfect or anything, but you are someone that I look to, even though you were younger than me. You were always a person that I looked up to, like, man, you know, my boy really doing this thing, you know, and so it always made me happy when I seen you, you know, at every step, you know, just kind of me following your career from high school to college to even now what you're doing now. You are a person that I look up to, and I would point to any young man right now and say, man, if you want to be like somebody, go be like this dude right here. You know, look at what he's done and the path that he's taken, and you were one of those people. So I look at you as a positive male role model, bro.
And I appreciate it, man. I was blessed to grow up around people like you, your brother, our whole little community. I feel like we were really a tight-knit group who really just wanted to hoop, and that kind of paved the way and separated, you know, the daily work that I look at now as my job. We were just playing basketball for hours and hours all the time, bro. So I appreciate y'all, man. And you know, I don't think I would be who I am today without, you know, growing up around y'all boys, for real.
Straight up. Appreciate that, man. I want to go here with you, man. Talk about your relationship with your dad. Like, what was that like?
Man, I was just talking about this the other day, man. The way I grew up, I was really blessed. I had a household. I had a 2-parent household, and my father was always there for me and really taught me discipline at a young age. Like, he didn't play, and he was also a father for my friends as well. So when we started playing AAU, when I was traveling around 9, 10 years old, after the tournaments, everybody coming to my house for the barbecue. My dad opening the doors to all my teammates, my brothers who you know, weren't as fortunate as I was to have a 2-parent household, and allowing, you know, my dad to be a father for all of them. It just taught me, you know, genuine love, and let me know how blessed I was to have that structure at home, and you know, someone I could look up to. To this day, my dad has taught me so many values about being a man, you know, being a good person, holding yourself accountable, you know, being disciplined, and just being blessed to have a 2-parent household it was incredible, man.
Fire, man. Shout out to Miss Gantt also. You know we love you. You know we love you, man. How did you take that, you know, your mom being in the school, you know, at Gainesville High School, being one of the deans, how did that feel, you know, knowing, and what type of pressure did that put on you to be who you were?
Man, luckily, I was a ball boy when Laris and all them were there when I was in 7th grade. So I was around JHS for years before. So for me, it was a dream to go there, seeing Orion Green them from when I was younger, then to seeing Ron Laris and all them. And for me, it was a dream. When I got there, having my mom there, I was... people were making jokes about me, and you know, I played varsity my first year, so people were saying that, you know, he on the team because his mom, blah, blah, blah. But I think I was very fortunate, man, because, you know, she always looked out for me at school. And if I had any problem, you know, I went to school, I was 13 or 14 as a freshman. And, you know, I was kind of timid in my first year. So I think her being there and just having someone that close that I can go talk to and kind of guide me along the way and make sure I was straight, like as far as, you know, my schoolwork. having relationships with my teachers and stuff like that. Teaching me the importance every day of, make sure you do your work, make sure you go to your tutors and things like that. So I think it was a blessing. It was a little bit difficult at first, her being there. But for me, I look back at it and it was a blessing.
I love that, man. And I asked that, because my oldest is in middle school right now. And, sometimes I feel like I'm too hard. Then sometimes I feel like I ain't hard enough. And just trying to stay on her. She does great in school. I ain't got no problems whatsoever. But, to see someone like you and see where you are, just understanding how important your parents were to you.
Man, everything, because it was hard on me. If I wasn't making A's and B's, I wasn't seeing no basketball. I wasn't seeing the streets on the weekend to go play with y'all. They was really, really hard on me. But I appreciate it because I look back on it now and I think that's having that discipline, having that structure, being scared to fail, being scared to come home. Like, you look at it as a drag when you're a kid. Like, man, I look at my other friends, man, they play video games through the week. They can hang out, go be, and I'm like, why can't I do this? And then I look at where I'm at now and I understand because, as a kid, like, it was, what I'm saying, it was not dangerous like it is now, but it was dangerous out there. You know what I'm saying? My mom was premature as well. So I didn't necessarily was capable of making the right decisions all the time without the guidance and the help from my parents. So them being hard on me and having that discipline, I think it helped me excel. And I didn't rebel against it. I was always respectful. And, I think it led me down the right path to where then when I started seeing the success, I became obsessive with it. You know what I'm saying? And that discipline, it kind of went away and it was just me doing my own thing. So.
2006, we lost a great one.
Yeah.
We lost a great one, man. Talk about how Dante Anderson inspired you going forward from that point on, even before then. Like, just talk about the impact that he had on your life.
I remember like it was yesterday. Shift was 14, and I saw him at MLK tryouts. Remember back in City League tryouts, we had to all go and do a little tryout. Then they already had the teams. We all had to go.
Yeah.
So I remember it was a Saturday at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I woke my pops up, and I'm like, yo, you can take me out the east side. I want to see this dude. He 1 year older than me. I want to go see him play. And man, Dante was 14 playing City League, and he had like 40.
Sheesh.
And like
he was serious.
My dad was like, who is this? And I'm like, man, that's Dante. That's Dante. And ever since then, like I've been watching him. And then when he went to Eastside and what he did his sophomore year really inspired me. And I think it changed my life, honestly, because I was playing high school basketball my first year because it was a dream to play looking at OG and Ron Laris. I wanted to be like them. But then seeing Dante win a state championship playing against like Nick Calathis, who was the number one point guard in the state, Chandler Parsons, like knocking them down and seeing him, it opened up my mind to a whole new venue. I had no idea about a state championship. I didn't have any aspiration to be a state champion. And after that moment, that's all I cared about. He was my biggest motivation, I think, as a basketball player until I reached a professional level, because I just wanted to be like him. And then him passing, I wore number 22. And he just was an inspiration, just not only for me, but for our entire community. The way dude walked, the way he smiled, the way he interacted with people, the dog he had in him. Like, man, till this day, I still say stuff in my head during the games, that motivational stuff that, I talked to him about and stuff like that. So, man, he was different. He was different. And I think that he really turned the light on in my head to allow me to, chase a higher goal that I didn't even know was possible.
Man, rest in peace to my guy, Dante, man. When I tell you he was something serious, he was something serious. If you never seen him play, you missed out.
Man, I remember we playing Eastside. I was 15 and he was 16, and I was guarding him, right? And he did a back door. I remember this like it was yesterday. He did a back door, and I grabbed his jersey, and the ref called a foul. And he was my idol then. Like, I was looking up to him then. And I I told her, I said, that's not a foul or something. And like Dante looked at me and said, man, sorry ass, keep holding me, man. I ain't playing with that shit. And like I looked for like 2 seconds. I looked, I was like, dang, my idol really saying this to me right now. Like kind of broke my heart for 2 seconds. And then it just turned me into a monster that game. And I ended up having a really good game. And he brought out the best, man. He was way ahead of his time. We didn't really understand what was going on. We didn't know what it meant to be one of the top players in the country, the best player in the state. Like we was cool with all area, but then seeing how he did it, dude was an icon. For real.
Sheesh. Different, man. Different. So after that, you know, you went on and you did your thing the next few years. You know, talk about that senior season. You know, that 2009 season. I think what were y'all 29-3?
29-3, I think.
Y'all, this man is on the wall at GHS, man. So yeah, talk about that season, man. The 29-3 season.
Man, it actually started probably the year before. Man, that's when people at the Health and Fitness Center used to play fours all the time. Right? At the Gantt Health and Fitness Center. So it always be like me, TJ, Wadigo, Matt Huber, Gabe Rutledge. We'll go there. We'll be playing fours after practice until like 7 o'clock at night. And like we was just playing, having fun. But we was building a chemistry, a bond. Then we would go to the rec center over on campus. We had a homie who went to East Side, and he would let us in. We'll be young, and we playing against them. We'll bring our 5, and we'll play. Sometimes at 5:30 in the morning at the fitness center, they'll be running 5s before school, and we'll go there and play. Then we all play at AAU together in the summer for the most part. And so we kind of built a chemistry that by the time the season started, like we was already rolling. And we played we won UF team camp.
Yeah. Ooh, I missed the team camp.
That was the boy.
I used to love going to watch them games.
Them were the days. Loud basketball, man. Man.
That's the first time I seen Austin Rivers in person.
I saw him at 14. He was a freshman. Man, I remember him, Ray Shipman, them used to come down. Man, so many good players. But we won UF team camp. And man, we just was a tight group, man. We was always together every day. And we stayed out of trouble because we just wanted to hoop. After practice, we rushed into the car. Matt Huber was driving first. We got in his car, go straight to the fitness center, wait a couple games, get downs, run it for about 3 hours. Playing against, grown men, older men, but just getting that chemistry, always being in the gym together. So I think that we changed coaches. We had Coach Wise my junior year, then we had Coach Beckham. But I think any coach who would have came in there my senior year was going to win state regardless because it was a well-oiled machine, man. It was fun. For me, that was, like, I won a state championship. We won a regular season in college and then, stuff as a professional. But that was the most memorable, meaningful moment in my life, I think, as a basketball player. That was crazy. Y'all
balled out. What you had, 30, you dropped 30-something
in the semifinals. We played against, I remember the finals. We played against Carl White, who went to Florida State. And played in the league. He played overseas. He played against their team.
Because how tall was he? Was
6'9".
6'9". Yeah.
A lot of them dudes, though, I played against in AAU, so, to meet on that stage. And we had got embarrassed the year before that against Dillard. One of their big men went on to be my teammate at FAU, dude named Corey White, and we got embarrassed, and we just couldn't do nothing with them. A lot of their boys, we couldn't do nothing with them. But that next year, man, we started out in the summer. We started early. We started really early, just every day, going to different team camps. We went to a camp in Tampa together in the summer, UF team camp. Then we went to like the McDonald's Classic in Orlando together. Like we were just always together, just hooping. So, I mean, if you put in that kind of work, good things got to happen.
And, bro, you can see it on the court. When I say y'all were probably one of my favorite teams to go watch, you got you coming off them screens. You got Matt Huber coming off them screens.
Taylor pushing it.
You got Taylor. Ooh, my boy Taylor. Shout out to my boy
Sims
Taylor.
Was fast.
Ooh, that was my boy right there.
Then TJ turned into a monster.
TJ, oh my God. And then Digo was like one of my favorite dudes. I used to just love his game.
Man, and Gabe doing all the dirty work, setting screens.
Used to hate playing with Gabe.
Bro, he gonna hold you on the screens. He gonna rebound, communicating. Man, we had then our bench. Man, it That was crazy. And we didn't even know what we was doing. It was just fun. Like, it was
Yeah.
just straight up fun. And when we won, I was like, yo, we really did that. So,
Y'all had what's his name coming off the bench too. Thomas, was that the year?
Larky.
Y'all had him coming off the bench.
Larky. He's still playing professionally, too.
Wow.
He was cold, boy.
Yeah, he was fire.
And it was his first year in the States, too, that year. And he was trying to get adjusted. But I didn't play against him as a pro, but we kind of crossed paths in the same country, and I saw him. But that dude is cold, man.
Yeah, boy.
He's cold.
Yeah, y'all team was really that. So, taking that momentum, like, what was your recruitment process like?
Man, I started getting letters. I remember my freshman year, and my first letter was from UCLA, and my second one was from Florida. And like every kid growing up, I had dreams of going to Florida. Then I think my sophomore, junior year, I got obsessed with about like Florida State. And I remember I was butthurt about this, bro, to this day. I wanted to go to UCF really bad. Like, I knew Florida was going after Kenny Boyd, he was the number one player in the state. Cold.
Yes, sir.
And they said I was between a mid-major player, high mid-major, but I wasn't really a high major prospect, right? So I wanted to go to UCF. I went out there on a visit, went to their team camp or their individual player camp. I killed. And I remember they came to a few of my games. Every game they came to, I had 20. And they didn't want to offer me at all. I had no idea why. And I'm killing all the dudes that they... So then, this guy named Matt McCall, who was at Florida as a GM, as a general manager, he got an assistant coaching job at FAU. I didn't really know much about FAU. Then they hired a legendary coach, Mike Jarvis. And Coach Matt McCall hit me up, and he was like, yo, you need to come to FAU. Man, I was so obsessed with the fact we're trying to be high major that I was younger. I graduated high school at 17. I had got some advice, people telling me, go to prep school for a year. You go to prep school for a year, you reclassify, or you come out with your right age group, you'll go high major. And I started thinking about it. He said, nah. He said, G, come to FAU, you're going to play right away. I'm telling you, it's better. And so I had about 16 scholarship offers from mid-major schools. I remember it came down to FAU. I took a visit to Belmont, and they were always going to the NCAA tournament. And their program they were really nice, man, really professional. But I didn't want to be that far away from home. And then Jacksonville University, I was talking to them a lot because they didn't miss a game that I played the entire summer. And their coach, man, was super genuine. They had a dude who can really score on their team. And but FAU, man, I took a visit out there with Raymond Taylor, Jordan McCoy, and like it just was love. Like it just felt like I needed to be there. So like a week later, I committed, and man, the rest is history. But throughout the process, bro, I had a lot of mid-major offers, but I ain't never. USF and UCF was the closest. Florida State was looking at me a little bit, but they never offered. So,
Yes, sir. That's what's up, man. So, you make that commitment. You go to campus. What's that first year like? You being away from your family.
yeah.
How did what they instilled in you keep you during those times?
Man, luckily we came in with a big freshman group. We had like, I think it was 5 or 6 of us, right? And we came in together. And I remember the first summer going to that weight room. I ain't never really been in the weight room like that, seeing what it's like, being on a schedule, having to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and do all of this. Man, I was exhausted. And then in the afternoon, having to go play pickup. And Torian Green used to be out there a lot because he lived in Lauderdale. And he used to come to FAU a lot because he was cool with Coach McCall, and he would be playing pickup. And, man, I was timid as hell, boy. I remember my coach had to pull me to the side one time in the summer, and he was like, hey, can you shoot a little bit more? Can you score a little bit more? And, like, I just was passing. I was really in my shell. It was different for me. I was always comfortable in games, but you know what I'm saying? I was always really, really comfortable playing with people that I knew. So going and you in the field with a bunch of dogs, everybody on the same level. It don't matter what you did in high school no more. It ain't matter how good you thought you were. You're on the same level playing field against, older upperclassmen in college. So my process in the summer, I think summer really shaped me because when we started preseason, the first day of preseason, we had to do 17-17s on the sideline. I made 8 of them. After that, I started throwing up. We had to make what we can make, and then after that, we started playing pickup. And I think that first pickup game, I made a couple shots, and I was like, okay, like, I'm good. I'm good. And through preseason, man, I just started building confidence, and it was really like we had good energy, man. We had a young coaching staff, and they were just always instilling confidence in me, always instilling confidence in me. And I looked around, and I'm like, man, I can play this year. I can, we don't have a lot of upperclassmen. I'm like, we can play. So my first preseason game, I had like 18, I think, off the bench. And then about 4 or 5 games later after that, I started starting and was our leading scorer and was like a mid-major freshman All-American. And, after that, we were rolling.
Fire. And so for the next 3 years, I think you remain about steady in your scoring, and then you see the uptick in your senior season,
Man,
where you went about 6 or 7 points higher than what you had been averaging. What clicked from junior to senior?
Man, after my freshman year, when I came back, my sophomore year, I was still good, but I got comfortable, man. Like I really enjoyed college. I really enjoyed, like going out, hanging out with my friends. Like I was in the gym. I was always in the gym, but I didn't take care of my body how I needed to take care of my body. I felt like I was overweight, and I averaged 14 points a game my sophomore and junior year. But my senior year, I remember in the summer, I had a minor knee tweak, and I couldn't really practice the whole summer. And like I was, young, feeling myself, and I just wasn't taking care of my body where I needed to. So I was overweight, and I came back to like a summer practice or a preseason practice, and my coach was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "No." So he got me like on a strict diet for the first time in my life. Growing up, before our games in high school, we'd go to Checkers and get a chicken sandwich, Sprite, and then I'm going watching the JV games, eating the Airhead, and then go out and score 20. But like, man, I couldn't do it. So I lost, bro, like 20 pounds. Like 20 pounds. I got super skinny. And he allowed me to play point guard, bring the ball up the court, put me in the post, allowed me to play one-on-one from the mid-range. He kind of just put me in a really good position. So when I got that weight up off me, bro, I started grabbing rebounds. Everything just started clicking. And so I started the first couple games of my senior season. I wasn't going crazy, but then we played North Carolina, and I felt like I was in really good shape. And I felt like the speed of the game, it didn't affect me how I used to. And I had like 19 against them, and it just gave me that confidence. We started the conference play out. I had 29 on Thursday and 29 on Saturday. And then after that, I was just frying every day in practice. And really getting that weight off allowed me, I'm like, oh, shoot. All right, here we go. And my boy, Stephon Moody, he had got into some trouble. He was our point guard. And he was suspended for like 5 games, I think, 4 or 5 games. And so they put me at point guard to start. And I would just bring the ball up the court, get into our set, come off screens, play one-on-one in the post. And, man, I was shooting like 17 shots a game, 16, 17 shots a game, and confidence was just at an all-time high. So I think for like 12 or 13 games, I scored 20 or more points. And that kind of just, man, it was crazy.
Jeez, that boy was on a heater. What kind of difference did Dennis make coming over there with y'all, Dennis Maven?
Dog, straight dog, man. He to this day, he's one of the best defenders, the hardest players I've ever had to play one-on-one. Like, hands down. We used to play one-on-one every single day. We in the gym, especially in the summertime, every single day, 2-3 times a day. 2-3 times a day. And I remember when, man, it's funny, man. First time he came over, we doing a practice, and I wasn't the best defender. We had to do like a one-on-one closeout drill. Junior had that to him. Man, he was busting my ass. Busting, and I'm coming off a good freshman year too. Like I'm supposed to be the man, and he just busting my ass. My coach is laughing. I guess there's two sides to Gainesville. I guess there's this. But man, it was dope having him out there. He stayed with me for 2 years out there, and it really helped because we stayed together in the summer. And man, we just was motivating each other. But we just in the gym, bro. 1,000 shots in the weight room, running the fields, doing everything. And we just kind of helped each other get better. We used to take that open gym one-on-one stuff so serious, man. So when guys like Brandon Knight was getting ready for the draft, he would come down, play with us. Like KB would play, Kenny Boyd would play with us in the summer sometimes. And we took that stuff so serious, man, and it was motivating. Definitely helped me a lot.
Shout out to my boy Dennis Maven, man. Whenever you in town, bro, I really would love for you to come join us on the podcast, my boy.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. So you had your college success. Talk about that transition, now, you've done your 4 years, what was that transition like now, thinking, okay, where am I going to go professionally? Or were you thinking, am I going to go professional? Like, what was your whole thought process on that?
Man, so the day after my last game in college, I had a really good year. I finished like top 10 in the country in scoring. So my phone was blowing up a lot of agents. And I kind of got a little bit overwhelmed because, I come from Gainesville, but we're not used to, all that, attention and kind of stuff. So it was, I got really consumed by it. And, luckily I had my family and everything. They're like, yo, just calm down. I was too excited, bro. I was like, man, this is really about to happen. Let's see. Like, I want to go overseas. I want to, try the NBA, try to do anything. So, bro, I was talking to an agent from Boston. He wanted me to fly to Boston on like a Friday. He was gonna fly me and my dad out to just do a workout with a group of dudes. He thought about signing to his agency, and it was maybe a couple NBA scouts there. So I was in the gym at FAU, like a Wednesday, about 10 o'clock at night, playing 2-on-2 with some dudes. And I went up, tried to finish over a big man, and just popped my knee, bro, popped my patella tendon. And it was a difficult transition for me because it's like I was so sure that I was going somewhere quick, and then that was my first time ever having to have surgery. Having to sit down. I didn't understand how important rehab was. It was a real difficult time for me because I just didn't know. I was clueless. So your phone ring all the time when everything's going good for you, when everybody's trying to get in contact with you to do this and this. But then when that happened, it's like everything kind of got on pause, and I had to really try to find myself and see, what I can I shape back. So I ended up signing with an agent from Spain. I think, first a dude from Miami, then an agent from Spain. And I did my rehab. I don't think I did my rehab 100% how I was supposed to do. I was kind of doing it on my own. I did it over here at UF for a little bit, but then I was doing it on my own. And I couldn't go overseas. I missed the deadline. So I entered the NBA D-League draft. And the Spurs took me in the third round with the number 40th pick because a coach who used to coach at Western Kentucky when I was in the Sun Belt, I just got the head coaching job. And he remembered me, and, he told me that, he think I have a good chance of making the team. Because when you get drafted to the D-League, you don't make the team automatically. Maybe if you're in the first round, but after that is they bring in like 19 dudes to training camp. And in a week span, they cut it down to 10 plus a reserve. So they brought me into camp, bro. I'm in there with Josh Howard, Flip Murray. Who else, man? Jonathan Simmons, Courtney Fells. Man, we had some OGs, like real OGs. Squeaky Johnson used to play for the Hornets. And then it was me and a young dude named Mike Kabongo. And so I'm doing my thing the first couple of days of camp. Like maybe the end of the first week, my knee blows up, get as big as a baseball. So I started limping. I have to miss like 2 days. And it was only 8 months post-surgery. So I remember they called me to the coach's house, bro, like 9 o'clock at night. He was like, Greg, man, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to let you go. I'm gonna have to fire you. And bro, that shit broke my heart. I started crying, but he was like, go home, get your knee right. You're 21 years old. Go home, get your knee right. We'll be in contact. So, man, I went back. I came back to Gainesville. I was in between Gainesville and South Florida at FAU, and I just started grinding. It's kind of around the time where I met your brother. When I met your brother, but your brother started getting in the gym more, and I just was grinding every day. I remember I was doing like a cycling class about 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 times a week, just to get my quad strength right, and just trying to get back right, bro. And then I got a phone call from the Spurs again in I think February, and they're asking how my rehab's going. And I'm like, it's great. Like, I feel like I'm 100% now. I feel like I got more stability. And they said, okay, we'll be in contact. We're going to come down and watch you play or watch you work out. And I'm like, all right, yeah. So I wait like 3 weeks, no phone call, no nothing. So this when Pat, Casey, Will, and Scotty and all them were hooping at Florida. And so they came down to watch them. Then they came to GHS and put me through a private workout. And I killed the workout. And then a week later, they called me, and I went back to Texas and finished the end of the season out with them. And then they re-signed me right after the season for the next year. So, yep.
Fire. Man, that's a journey. That's a journey. How did you deal, keep your mental intact, with all of that went on? There's so many people that mentally would give up.
And I don't think I ever mentally gave up, but man, it was tough. It was tough. I wasn't doing things that I was supposed to do. Like, I was still living like a college lifestyle and not taking things serious, man. But my parents, man, my parents, and my mom, my dad, my grandparents, I had such a good household with so much structure that they was on me. Like, my pops, he went every day. He like, you work out today? You work out today? Now I'm obsessed with it. Now I'm 33 and I'm in the gym more than I was when I was in the 20s. But back then, he used to be like, you work out today? You do this. And just having that structure and having that opportunity to like think long term, I'm like, man, I actually have a chance to, keep doing this. It just helped. But it was a lot of dark days where, I just wasn't feeling it. And it was tough. You know what I'm saying? Some days I'll be in the gym, knee just give out. I ain't understand why. Like, I just was ignorant to the fact of how my body operated. Like, now I understand that, for my knee to be good, my quads and my hamstrings got to be good. Got to be more than good, especially at my age. My core has to be good. My ankle stability has to be good. I need to sleep 8 hours. I need to eat more fruit, vegetables. I need to do this. And I didn't know any of that back then. I had no idea, bro. No idea. So I was just winging it. And then when I went back, my knee was okay, but like, I'm stronger, faster, quicker now than I was in the 20s because it's just that knowledge. So,
dang, for you young boys out there, man, y'all getting it from the professional side. Man, and it does all make sense. I say a lot of that stuff nowadays. I'm 36 now, and I'm like, bro, I wish I'd have known the stuff I know right now.
Exactly.
Back then, oh my gosh, bro, I would have put some work in.
It was okay to fail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it taught me so much, and the journey taught me more about being a man, a good person, having life discipline.
That's real.
Rather than just having enough discipline to get me to have a good game. You know what I'm saying? To get me to my next contract. Like, it's become a lifestyle now. And then I look back at it, I'm like, why couldn't I live a healthier lifestyle back then? Like, it's just a clearer way of thinking. And, that's why now, like, anybody who ever want to talk to me, man, I got knowledge for days now because of just trial and error. Trial and error, bro. Just saying, why was I 25 and I wasn't as explosive? Well, did you do this in the weight room? Nah. Did you do this? Nah. How many times you went out a week? Yeah. And then it adds up and you think, like, how could I be successful when I ain't deserve it? So now, like, bro, like, I think I hit my prime at 31 because everything just started coming together. You know what I'm saying? My body started feeling good. I haven't had a knee problem, a knee injury, bro, since I was like 29. Jeez. Ain't missed a practice, and we practice 2 times a day, mostly overseas, and for the most part of the season. And I take pride in that kind of stuff, and I take pride in my preparation to allow me to perform. And that's what I think was missing. When you're young, you just go, you just go, you just go. Everything's about hooping, everything's about going. But the preparation to get you to that point, the mental preparation, the physical preparation, it's not just for the 40-minute game, but it also helps you elevate in life as well. So I think that's one of the biggest things I learned through the journey is just the discipline and preparation. You sacrifice today, put in the work today, and you're going to see the benefit. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be next week, but eventually, like, it's going to pay off. Like, it's going to pay off. So that's kind of where I'm at now with it.
That's real. That's real. And so talk about that transition going, from where you were trying to get to the G League and then you went overseas.
Yeah.
Like, talk about that process.
So my second year when I re-signed to the G League, I came to camp in great shape, was hooping, and I earned the starting spot. The first game we played against the Rockets G League team. And man, we had a crazy team, man. We had Bryce Cotton, all-time best player in Australia, a guy named Jarrell Eddy, who played in the league a little bit, Jonathan Simmons, Jermichael Green, Eric Murphy, who was at Florida. Man, we had a lot of guys, man. And then we had Kyle Anderson come down from the Spurs. And so I played a lot my first few games, and then I started seeing my playing time just drop. And even then, I was still having fun living the lifestyle. Like, Austin, Texas was cool. The dudes I was around, most of them already had money. Some of them had played a year or so in the NBA. So we was going out on 6th Street. We was, living, a really good life off the court. And I kind of saw myself, falling more and more to then putting on a suit, not playing some games, and then playing spot minutes. So I was too young for that. My agent called me. He was like, "You're 22 years old. Like, you're too young to be sitting on the bench. What you think about going overseas?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." And so he called and said, "I got an offer from a team in Spain." I ain't know nothing about anything over in Europe or anything like that. And just with a leap of faith, I went over there. And bro, it was tough. It was tough. Those dudes are in shape, man. I thought I was in shape, but I'm just sitting in the corner shooting threes in the D League. I'm letting the point guards playing pick and roll. You can't be 3 seconds in the key. So I'm spacing the floor out, and I'm just catching and shooting, one dribble pull up. So it's easy. And but over there, I remember the first couple practices, bro, they had me running off 15 screens, setting back screens, closing out on people. And I'm like, these dudes are skinny, they older, and I'm like, I should be killing them. And they are torturing me, bro. Torturing me in practice. Like, backdooring, and I'm like, I'm just not in shape enough. Like, this is a different kind of shape. And so that first year really taught me, like, I have a lot of work to do. I have the talent. I can shoot the ball really, really well. But I have a lot of work to do if I want to have a career out of playing professional basketball overseas, at least in Spain. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So fast forward to today, man. What is it looking like for you right now? Like, what's the current, like your current situation right now over there?
I actually just resigned. Well, I resigned last week, but the team announced it today. So I'm living in Ibiza, Spain. It's one of the most popular islands, one of the most popular places for people to go party, a lot of celebrities and stuff. And they put together a team over there a couple years ago, and they have a really good project going on. And the guy who I trained with was the head coach for their team last year. He brought me along, and I ended up having probably the most efficient year of my career, numbers-wise, percentage-wise, and just being around good people. And I learned a lot last year and really enjoyed it. So I just re-signed back, so I'm excited about that. But it's been a cool journey, man. Basketball has definitely blessed me, bro. I met my wife playing in a city called Valladolid, Spain. It was my third year overseas, I think. Third or fourth year overseas. I ended up playing there for about 4 or 5 years, and that's my home, I live there when I'm not playing, and when I'm in town, I'm normally here for a month or so. But I live over there. They have a really good basketball program over there. I played there for 5 seasons and been to a bunch of different other spots in Spain. But I love the style of play. I love the lifestyle off the court as well. It's a really really chill lifestyle, beautiful places, and like it's a blessing to still be able to play right now. You know, at 33. And the crazy thing is, I feel like I'm getting better. Like I feel like I'm getting better now. Like I'm hungry. Um, I'm working out every day, doing everything, trying to do everything the right way, and just not taking it for granted. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest blessings has been as playing professional sports is I don't have to pay for a house. You play for 9 months, and you know they pay for your house. We have a car out there, but they normally give you a car. They pay for your house. If you're a younger guy, they pay for your meals, give you money for the grocery store. So it's been like 11 years of playing, 10, 11 years of playing, of really, you know, enjoying it and just saving. So I feel like I would be an idiot to stop playing just because, you know, I'm 33. You know, I want to keep going until my body starts declining. But
I was talking with John L. Smith. He told me, I said, boy, you still out there getting it
still
in?
going?
And he said, bro, I'm going to the wheels fall on.
Man, I get it. I get it because, bro, I done experienced and have seen so many things just because of hoop, just because of basketball. And it's like I got, man, so many different opportunities, met so many good people. Doors have opened over there just because of basketball. And I feel like, you know, in my 30s, when I turned 30, I started taking it serious because I felt like, you know, my knee was kind of hurt. And I'm like, man, this could really be it if I don't, you know, take it more serious. So now it became an obsession, bro. Like I train crazy. I don't do a lot of pickup, you know what I'm saying, in the summer because like it's my job for 9 months. You know, I'm more working on my body, my stability, so I'm able to perform when that time comes. But I look at it as a blessing, bro. I've lived in some beautiful places, met some amazing people, and it provides an experience for my family as well, coming out to visit, and you know, trying to inspire the younger generation that okay, if you don't make it to the NBA, no problem, no problem at all. You can make a good living overseas, depending where where you go, and so that's a blessing, bro.
That's real. That's real, man. Well, sheesh. So for my younger people out there, you know, all my younger ballers, y'all just heard it from this man's mouth himself. You ain't got to make it to the NBA. I mean, of course, that'd be great, but there's so many different routes that you can take. You know, even for the parents out there, you know, it's all right if your child don't make it to the NBA. Man, you can. There's so many different things that you can do to be successful and live a great life. You know, see many different places, meet different people, experience different cultures. We got to give our kids the opportunity to do what they love, but also support them if they don't make it to where I think a lot of parents get in the way of their children sometimes because we have these things in our mind. Oh, I want my daughter to go here and do this, but you know, you just never know where they can end up, man. And there's so many great things that they can experience if we just allow them to just be great.
Yep, I mean, learning a different culture, and I think living over there really, really helped change my mindset with a lot of things. I really think it helped me to grow as a person and just have a different perspective on how I want to live my life, how I want to approach my life, how healthy I want to be. Like it's just a whole different perspective of how people should live. And one thing I love about Spain is they enjoy their life. They are in the streets walking, going to coffee shops, having coffee. The food is good. It's just a healthier way of living. It's slower too. America's so fast, man. It's always boom, boom. It's always the next thing. And over there, I feel like the days are a little bit longer, and you just have a different appreciation of the little things in life. Family time is a lot more important. Normally, they're always having meals together as a family every single day. Working isn't looked at as the only way of survival. How it is over here, you have to work all day, every day. You know, it's just a different way of life, and I think it's brought me balance as a human as well, and allowed me to connect and understand people better, and you It's just been a life blessing being able to have the best of both worlds. I still love America for sure. My family's here, but having the opportunity to really live over there and understand their culture and them to accept me. Like I have a lot of fans and people who really, follow me and care about me over there, and the love that they show me and my family it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
Fire. Well, before we get up out of here, man, I give one piece of advice to a young man or woman that has aspirations to make it to the next level.
The most important thing is, first you got to dream. You gotta visualize it and dream, and then every single day there's something that you can do to get better, to perfect that craft. Don't take discipline for granted. And enjoy being around the people you're around and experiencing the journey, and just never stop dreaming. Everything is possible with work ethic. Be a good person first. Be respectful to people. And transmitting that good energy and effort into what you're doing, I'm sure that you'll have an opportunity to make it. Anything in life, for real.
For sure. Man, hey, bro, listen. Like I say, boy, I appreciate you for coming through. You've always been one of those guys I looked up to, that I respected. And, man, just keep doing your thing, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Keep doing your thing, boy. If ain't nobody else going to tell you they proud of you, I'm proud of you, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Coming from where, them days playing with you, man, and to see where you are, every time I see you, I'm like, look at my dog. Well, my boy, and it make me feel good to see where you are. Like, and I just want to tell you, man, keep going, keep doing your thing, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Show.
I appreciate it, my
love,
dog.
bro.
You already know. Yes, sir.
Well, for all the listeners out there, man, like I say, y'all go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Y'all continue to stay tuned in to Dad Can We Talk. I got a lot more interviews coming. Y'all just continue to show love, man. Y'all been showing love for this long. I appreciate all the listeners out there. For the young people that might listen to this, y'all take heed. Just take heed. That's all I'll say. Take heed to the wisdom that was given today. And that's it for today, man. So shout out to Gainesville Podcast Studio for giving us their energy and time on today. And we're going to end it right there. Episode 144. And we out of here. Bang.